One of the nicest, very best features of all the Hobie Mirage Drive fishing boats are these molded-in rod holders. And all of their boats have them. As far as I know, they all have two. There may be one that might have four, I'm not sure, but they all have at least two, and they're all roughly the same size and angle. Now, I've never used them for keeping rods in. In fact, I don't know many other people that have. But they allow you to do things with this boat that you can't do with other boats unless you're willing to drill, bore, clamp, and fasten things. Let me show you what I mean. One of the first things I developed to use on my Hobie kayaks, anytime I wanted to use an electric motor, was this PVC mount, which simply fits into this rod holder. No screws, no clamps, solid as a rock. I just turned out this rear rod holder for my tandem island in the last week or so. Again, didn't have to screw anything in, didn't have to cut any holes in the boat, didn't have to use any clamps. Just slip in, again, solid as a rock. This is a camera mount based on the same sort of mount. Again, fits in the rod holder. And of course, I've got some ram mount pieces here, and it actually has some longer arms. I've actually got 3 or 4 different ones, as a matter of fact, so I can position the camera further out or higher or over or whatever I want. But again, another use for the molded-in rod holders. Here's a fly rod holder. Again, PVC pipe, shimmed to fit the molded-in rod holder on the Hobie hull. Here's an orange safety flag, again, mounted in the molded-in rod holder. This is just a piece of what we call kayak foam, and cut, punched out with a piece of sharpened PVC to fit. It just plugs in. Now here's some specifics for you. The PVC pipe that best fits the molded-in rod holders on all the Hobie kayaks is 1 3/4 inch outside diameter. Now these molded-in rod holders all vary slightly. These are plastic boats, remember, they cool at different rates, and the molds are not all identical, but they're very close. If you'll simply wrap 1 revolution, you don't want to overlap it, don't need to, 1 revolution of Velcro, the fabric side, the softer side, you will find that almost anything you want to fit in these holders fits very snugly. You're not going to break anything, but it's very snugly. You're not going to move this from wind or wave action. You literally would have to hit something to get it to move. And also, remember, you have two rod holder mounts, one here and one on this side on all the Hobie kayaks. So you don't really give up anything. It's not either or. And you also have to remember that you can continue to use the mount by just extending things on out. For instance, this is a rod holder, but I've still got an opening here. I can fit another pipe in here to put a camera here. If I want to run my motor mount, but I don't want to give up my rod holder, or I wanted to run a camera on the same side, well, I've still got a rod holder or another pipe, and I can still run my camera here. So you could actually have 2, 3, 4, 5 accessories with only 2 molded-in rod holders. Just be creative. Use your imagination. Again, one of the greatest features on the Hobie kayaks is the molded-in rod holder.